system. Pump it in your system. Everybody will get it poppin'. We gon' keep it rockin'.
Power 95, where music lives. Ladies Room. Come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited. Agents for Western Union. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Let me show the girl and them what we have for them this year, boy. Money. Alright, I know this girl. She body solid. She have it wet like when rain falling. I know she bad. She can't manage. And you did like that, then why you running? You bad on them, bad girl. Dora, tell me walk, girl. Dora, bring it up, girl. Dora, stick it there, let me walk, girl. You bad on them, bad girl. Dora, tell me walk, girl. Dora, when you go, let me bust you. Dora, tell your boyfriend go cost you. The DJ had to pull up. Cause she won't give me a hip hop in the dance. People watching, people balling, people running, people falling. If you see the way I stood up, I had to drop the drink to take the cash. People watching, people balling.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Lisa, you're here early. I guess you're making up for your absence this morning. Good morning. I called you out earlier on, but I realized you were busy. Anyways, good morning, Christelle. Good morning, Giette. Morning, Jay. Good morning, Cindy. There's two Cindy back to back. Cindy, Roxanne, Philip, and then Roxanne, Philip, and then there's Cindy Telesford. So morning to the two Cindys. Morning, Terrence. Good morning, Linda. Thank you so much. Christine, good morning. Marianne, Shante, good morning. Kyra, good morning. Thank you so much, Marianne. I'm not sure why you're not getting notification. Like, you need to go back and turn it on. On the live, you're going to see those 3 or 4 dots. Just click on it and turn on your notification, all right? Morning, Ingrid. Good morning, everybody. Come on into the room. Morning, Queen Bee. Yeah, the weather is iffy. 1 minute it's sun bursting ground, the next minute it's raining. But I like when it's nice and cool. Last night, man, that was a good sleep. That rain came down like after 3, 2, 3 thereabouts. Boy, I dreaded having to get up this morning. It was just so nice and cool and windy. So it's a good night. Morning, Kadena. Morning, Tassie. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much, everybody. Hope you guys having a good morning. Morning, Julianne. Morning, Val. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Good morning to our listeners online. Those of you listening via radio, good morning to you. And of course, good morning to our listeners and viewers on YouTube. It's so nice of you to join us for another day. Yes, Jackie, you're just coming back from, okay, hope you enjoyed it, your stay. Yeah, welcome. And good morning to the ladies at the pharmacy opposite the police station in Grenville, Donna Joseph. Okay. All right, Donna, good morning. Welcome to the show and everybody else. Yeah, so yesterday was very interesting. And the PM makes it so easy to have a conversation with. And like I said, not an interview, but a conversation, because he's always ready. I'm yet to see him in a sort of setting like that, and he hesitates when you ask a question, or he has to think long and hard about it. Sometimes even before you're through answering the question, he's ready to go, So I must give him that. He makes having a conversation with easy because he's so informed on a number of things that's happening, definitely up to speed with what's happening in the different ministries, what's going on the ground. So he's in a position to, speak, and let us know. I'm optimistic, I'm optimistic about our future, but it just requires everybody, working together, regardless of whether you're yellow, green, pink, blue. That's the only way we're gonna see the change, the changes that we want or the changes that we need. It can't be one side pulling and being against everything and one side doing all the heavy lifting. If we genuinely care about this rock, if we genuinely care about this beautiful 133 square miles that we call home, we would understand the importance of really, really banding and joining together, to see us move forward. Because hate it or like it, we're behind in a lot of ways compared to other Caribbean islands. We're behind in a lot of ways. So we definitely need to join together if we want to see the development, if we want to see Grenada, forging ahead. We can't just be cursing each other out and everything one party does, it's bad or it's this, or you'll find something to complain about or, critique just for criticizing's sake and not for, okay, you did this, but here's another way of doing it, or, offering ideas, but not just, criticizing for criticizing's sake. I'm not sure how far that really gets us, because most of the time when you do that, nobody pays any mind. Sometimes your criticism could be, genuine. It could be something you can use to develop yourself or develop a country, but because it's always coming from a place where it seems like it's ill-intended, nobody really pays you any mind, so you just be like, just be barking out in the wilderness. Nobody's paying you any mind. So we really need to come together, really need to band together if we care about this place we call Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. This is home. Sabrina said it best, this is home, There's a lot that we need to see, there's a lot that needs to get done, but it wouldn't happen if we keep pulling and resisting change. As humans, that is something that we are all wary of. Change isn't an easy thing, It takes a while to change your thoughts and redirect your focus and all of that, especially when you're accustomed with one thing for so long. After a while, it's almost like, well, there's nothing else, That is the only thing we know. That is the only thing that can work. Sometimes you have to recondition our minds. There's a lot of learned behaviors we have to unlearn. As long as you're living, you should not be closed-minded. You shouldn't discount everything and, just have one way of thinking and just seeing through one particular lens. As long as you're living, you have to be open to changes. You have to be open to seeing things in a different way. You can't just have this, one vision all the time. You have to be more open-minded. And so waiting on you after trap for a ride until I drop asleep. You waiting on who for a ride? Whoever you are. Where's this person that said they're waiting on a ride there? Yeah. Listen, a PM is a humorous man, I swear. And he knows how to throw shade, classy shade. He threw some little shade yesterday and I went back and listened to it. And I was like, yeah, he knows how to do that. But I think for the most part, the whole purpose and intent was met. We were able to, get in some questions. One thing I have to ask though, I know it's not possible to please everybody, right? And again, it depends on what lens you're looking out from, depending on who you're supporting. Sometimes you just can't please people when they're aligned to one thing. They're just not open to anything else. What is hard question? I was going through I listened back the live yesterday and I was going through some of the comments, and I saw a gentleman saying to ask him hard questions. What is hard question? And it's something I see on other platforms when other, people are being interviewed. People ask them to ask, what is a hard question? If you have a hard question, then put it there. My thing is asking questions that people want answers to, that we can relate to, not confusion and looking for drama and looking for to throw word. No, you're not going to find that here. Things that we can relate to, the everyday things that we can relate to, that people want to know what's going on, what's happening there, that's what you're going to find. I never get this question of asking hard questions, because y'all thrive on the drama and the name calling and the old talk. We've been old talking for quite a while. Now it's time to be serious and bring some class to the conversation. Nobody is interested in that old. I'm tired of it. What is a hard question? I don't get it. I deal with relevance. So anything that is not relevant and would not bring any sort of edification or whatever, what's the point? Shantae didn't pass on the I didn't pass the garage this morning. Yeah, we just thrive on the drama, and that is why I said earlier on, I think we have to try harder to change our way of thinking, because we become accustomed to one thing for so long that when something else comes along, it's like we can't see it because we're so conditioned. Good morning.
Morning. I tried to call you privately. I'm not particularly a hair person, but for someone who says you're not a journalist, you're a talk show host or whatever, radio personality, let me tell you and make that clear. You do a marvelous job at interviewing people. It's not the first time I've heard you. You are a great communicator. I do not flatter people for flattering's sake at all. When I tell somebody they are good, believe me, they are. I'm not a flatterer. You did a great job with the gentleman yesterday. You asked a question that I wanted to hear answer. Asked a hard question, I like you. I don't know what it is. Is this something that embarrass you, to put you on the spot? I do not think that is the object of the exercise of interviewing people. You ask questions where you think people want to hear the answer to, right? And I think you touch on most of it, if not all of it. And you did a tremendous job as you are accustomed to, and you are a great communicator. Never forget that.
Thank you so
That's
much.
of your game.
Appreciate it.
Good. Take
Thank
care.
you. Have a good one.
Good.
Bye. Yeah. I don't get the hard question. Anyways, we move. 1 year in the bag and looking forward to what else is in store. Still have a lot of ways to go, because, you did highlight a number of things that we need to work on as a collective. So if everybody were to do their part in their little corner, and the part that really stood out for me was, like you said, getting more women involved in business and taking advantage of all these grants. So sometimes I know we wait for things to come to us, but if you really want something to happen, you have to get off your butt and go make it happen. And like Sheena said yesterday, some of the times when we want the latest gossip, the latest tea, we find it wherever it is. We'll see somebody throw a little shade on social media, and then we start playing detectives and try connecting the dots. And we do the work to find out who or what they're referring to. So when it comes to our personal lives, be that way. Even if you may not see, find out. Go to the ministry, ask questions. What's happening? Who can I talk to? Who can help with, pointing me in the right direction concerning grants, concerning funding, concerning, starting my own business. Sometimes you have to mind your business, mind the business that will pay you, and not just sit back and wait to be spoon-fed or given a fish. You have to at some point learn how to fish for yourself. It's always better that way, because when you do that, you always eat. But if you're dependent on somebody for a fish, chances are what happens if tomorrow they don't have any means you're not going to eat. But when you set your bait and you throw your line, you stand a better chance of knowing, hey, I'm gonna eat today and I'm gonna eat tomorrow. So I caught 2 fish. You know what? Fishes, let me catch another 3. So I can ensure I'm sure that for the next couple of days I have something to eat. But we become so conditioned to being handed stuff, you know. We still have that mentality in a lot of ways. So we need to really buck up, get up and get. Folks sitting in parliament, they can't do it by themselves. We just elected them. They're basically the owners, the managing the business. The business is Grenada. That's like you're working at a place, you have a manager, you maybe have a supervisor, but you the ones doing the work. And you get paid. So they're there to do that. To manage and to lead, but we also have to do our part. And all the chatter and all the nonsensical conversations that has nothing to do with development and moving forward, sometimes engaging in them, it does nothing for you except like it's just toxic and brings a negative energy. Every day it's the same old. I know how y'all do it, but I swear I can't. I really can't. Anywho's. Delroy, good morning. I don't think I saw you yesterday. Jacqueline, will go away. You were not interested in that, Jackie. It wasn't your friend. How the PM said, the man that died here. Yo, up here is shady. He wasn't a man that has died here. He's so slick with the shade. It's like, if you don't catch it, you don't catch it. You have to catch it otherwise. Man that died here. Anyways, yeah, learn a trade, go back to school, invest in yourself. We spend so much time investing in other people's problems and other people's business and other people's lives, and if we were to take that time and invest in our own selves, we'll be amazed at how much we can actually accomplish on a daily basis instead of jumping around on social media all day from this platform to that platform and just, you know, being all up in everybody's business but your own. If we seriously sit and calculate the amount of time we give to others on a daily basis, especially social media, whether it's the Facebook, the IG, the TikTok, the whatever, the Twitter, if you were to calculate on a daily basis the amount of time you gave to these platforms, we can do so much more. Learn to crochet, learn to do something. Yeah, like crochet coming back in style. People does crochet outfits. I'm seeing it on these clothing sites in the US. Crochet styles are coming back. Learn to crochet, learn to make your own clothing. There's this young lady, what's her name? She makes amazing styles. What's her face? I saw a video of her some couple days ago where she was making that outfit, and she was so creative with it, and it was really, really nice. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, so say learn to cook and stop begging for money. Seriously, we can do way more than we think we can, but sometimes we are the ones holding ourselves back, and what we do, we point fingers at other people when we are the ones holding ourselves back mentally, physically, all of these you can think about. We hold ourselves, we imprison ourselves, and we're always waiting for somebody to do something for us, to give us a hand up. Nothing beats a trying man, and I think people tend to help people who they see trying, who are making an effort. You're more prone to lend a hand to somebody who you see genuinely making an effort, but sometimes just not getting the break that they need, but they're trying and they're not giving up. They're trying everything. They're selling a little juice, they're making a little sandwich, they're making a little groundnut sugar cake, you know, they're trying. Nothing beats a trying man. You're more inclined to help somebody who's making an effort than somebody who just sitting every day and like this. Gimme. Give me a $5. Give me a $10. Buy a gas for me. Make an effort. Everybody's busting their tail out here. Nobody's giving anything freely. Everybody's getting up and making their dollar. So we can't expect handouts. We can't expect people to be responsible. We're all adults. We're no longer children. Children, your parents are responsible for you. When you turn an adult, you're now responsible for yourself. That is why you have to make decisions that will benefit you in the long run, decisions that will help you. Make better choices. Think long and hard before we do certain things. Plan. Be disciplined about it and not just get up and anything, anyway, anyhow. Set your plan. Don't just get up every Monday morning and just make children. And then they become a burden of the state. Now, organizations, auntie, uncle, social services now have to step in. We seriously have to get it together. We seriously have to start taking control of our lives and realize that nobody's coming to save you. The movies that you're looking where you see the star boy riding in on some horse and rescuing you, it's not happening in the 21st century. There's nobody coming to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. Don't just, every person you sleep with, we don't need to see the evidence. You don't need to make a child for everybody that you're not even sure if you have a relationship with. Y'all are just having coitus and then raps. Things are getting harder. Listen. A couple weeks ago I complained about the cost of living here and the cost of food. It's not only here, it's worldwide. And I checked a couple days ago. And if you think things are expensive here, it's happening everywhere. Inflation is everywhere. Gone are the days you could have packed a barrel with a 500 US. You're lucky to get half a barrel with 500 US. Maybe a small one, if they make small ones. So it's not only here. So we can't just sit back and, oh, well, my aunt away, my sister in America, my mother away, or just rely on them. They too have their share of struggles, but sometimes they don't speak on it because the first thing you say, well, what are you doing in America? Or you're in America all this time, or you're in Canada all this time, and you don't have money, and you're not. They too have their share of struggle. And they probably need to start letting a lot of you know that it ain't business as usual. We can't do the remittances every month. We can't afford to send you $500 every month anymore. We're going to have to give you a $200 here and there, but you're going to have to fend for yourself. You're going to have to start, trying. It's everywhere. It's food and it's crazy. So it's not only here. So if you used to get 5 barrels before and you're getting 2 now, be appreciative, be grateful. Because a lot of the times they too are going through their share of struggles, but they just don't say anything. They act like life is kosher and everything. No, it's not. They too are struggling, but they just don't share that struggle with you because some of y'all, the level of ungratefulness that you display, and because they ain't want to hear in their head, oh, you're in America all this time and you're doing this and how you and have this and things cheap, let your family know that it ain't cheap no more. Everything. Rent, gas, food, everything. Emily say I'm not packing barrels anymore, not after I saw that crowd at Hurricane Fest. Man, we still gotta go out and we still have to be entertained. Otherwise, you're gonna go crazy if you're sitting in your home just stressing. You have to have some form of entertainment and something or somehow to release because Sonia, you look a fresh son, always in my inbox. Tell him I'm a big woman too, man. Tell these children of them these days, they have no respect for the elders. Sonia, just so you can end up a mother-in-law. Tell your son behave yourself, please, and thanks. But yeah, back in the day, a barrel used to be like $25 or $30. Now, a plastic barrel is $54, $50. Used to be like $20, $25, $30, $35 max. Now it's $50. So imagine you have to send a 2-barrel, you have to pay $100 for 2 of those barrels just to put the stuff in it. It's crazy. Cindy, how much you spend? 65? Well, I guess where you are. Yeah, it's crazy. What you want to see the color for? You're not seeing the color. The color isn't showing like that, Deborah. The camera isn't giving. It's a neon. It's a neon yellow. So you're not gonna see it like that. Even shipments, prices have gone up everywhere. So again, just want to encourage everybody. Try. Nothing beats a trying man. Find out about scholarships, find out about grants, find out about loans, find out about ways you can improve your lot, improve your life, and that of your family. Yeah? The jumbo plastic is now $70. I'm telling you, it used to be $25 and $30 before. So we can't just sit back and be like, oh, yeah, I'm getting stuff from family sends me stuff, and you line up outside, the remittance offices, and you're happy and unconcerned about the sacrifices that these people have to make. Winter, summer, autumn, spring, hail, sleet, snow. And sometimes, somebody going up and y'all ain't even throwing a little sugar cake in a bag and say, hey, bring up that for the person for me. They literally have to beg you. They like the little groundnut sugar cake, the little bottle of coconut oil, something. They have to beg. And sometimes, someone was telling me, whenever she wants something, she have to send the money. Still send the money to get it for her. But that's because y'all give people bad habits. And you're afraid of the mouth, so you continue doing it because you don't want them to run their mouth on you. Yeah? Priority. Linda says they don't buy food and clothes for their children, but spend hundreds on nails, weave, and party, then have the nerve to ask to send stuff for the children. Priority. If you can't afford to take care of one child, why do you have 3 and 4? Like the PM said yesterday, we have to break this cycle of poverty, because that is what you're doing, bringing a child into poverty, because you have no way of giving them the quality of life they deserve. So that's what's going to happen. They don't get to continue their education, tertiary education, or moving on to get their degrees and what have you, because you can't afford to. So, like he said, settle for the little menial jobs, a little here and there, a little day work here and there, and the cycle continues. So we have to start making better choices, thinking about the outcome. If you're not in a position, the man you're swapping spit with is not in a better position than you, then y'all have no business getting pregnant or anything of that sort until you're in a better place. Because you end up frustrated, you end up depressed, stressed, and then you also put a burden on the system. Our health system is already busting at the seams. So we have to start making better choices. I wish I can at least go back to 15 years. Because it would be so different, but unfortunately we can't go back. All we can do is push forward and make the better choices as we move along. Jacqueline, you could afford to hatch 5. Long as Tanti Pat alive and well, you're good. Long as Samo and what's his name? Moi, what's his name? What's your brother name? The bicycle one? You set. Because your mother didn't raise no food. She made sure she sent you to get an education and making sure that you're set for life. So you could afford Morris, you could afford to make 5, Jacqueline. You're set. You're good over there. You could afford to make 5 right now, one after the other. Busy, busy, busy. Get it over with. Because you will not be stretching your hand asking for help from anyone. That much I know. So we have to seriously get it together, folks. You know? This wasn't supposed to be the topic, but I'm like, started here, so we might as well go all the way. Might as well go all the way. We can't just sit back and wait and complain or this and doing that. I'm so over the old noise. It's like, can we just move on already? Like, it's a year. It's like a year. And it's like, some of y'all are still in campaign mode. Can we just cease and get to the business of the day, this rock, and then next 4 years, 1 down, 4 more to go. As you get closer and election date is called, we can go back to the campaigning and the politicking. But it's like every single day. I don't know how y'all do it, but it's draining, yo. And it's completely okay, to scrutinize, because that's what we're here for, to hold fire to feet, to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. The promises they campaign on, the things they say they will do, or if you see them going in a direction that is not, that's what we're here for, to speak up. Whether it's the whole programs, whatever the case might be, to highlight some of the areas you think need development, or you think they're not doing enough in this area and could do more in another area, in your community, in your villages, in your parishes. You're more on the ground, so you're better able to see what's happening, because of course, they have their parliamentary offices and what have you, but they're not there every day. But you're in the villages every day, so you're in a better position to say to whether the Andy Williams or the Philip Telesfors, whatever the case might be, this is what the concerns are. And be open and frank about it. They're here to serve. They're here to do the job that we hired them to do, and not the other way around. And I think that is what we were conditioned, and that is how we've been operating for a long time, as though we're working for the folks up in the zoo. No, they're working for us. We hired them. They came to us with the application and basically said, hey, I think I can do the job. Can you please consider me? Can you please hire me for the next 5 years to make a difference, to make a contribution? But we've been acting as though they hired us. They just woke up one morning and put on a suit and tie and walk up in the zoo and just say, okay, I'm taking this ministry. This ministry is mine. No. We decided to give you a job, so it's our responsibility to make sure that you perform. So I hope they continue on this vein, holding the meetings, town halls, what have you, and giving people an opportunity to say, hey, good job, hey, you could be better, hey, we need this, we need that. She knows say, one I have her very close to the poorhouse. Well, that's why you're close to the poorhouse, because you have one, so everything belongs to Chloe. So don't be complaining now. Maybe if you had 2, you'd have been able to balance and say, Chloe, you can't get this today because John have to get something. But since you decide to go with 1, then go through Chloe. All is yours, one and only. What Kevin Charles talking about? I'm stressing out some of your followers. They're trying. Nobody's doing that. I don't want to be nobody's role model. So if anybody's doing that, I better quit. I'm barely getting by trying to be my own role model. It's a struggle to be on the straight and narrow every day and to get it together every day. I don't want that additional pressure. Because y'all think I don't want to go out on TikTok and what the song say? Boom, flick, and tip on your toe on them thing and them. But no, I can't. Because y'all are constantly scrutinizing and monitoring and have your cameras up and out. So I don't want to be nobody's role model. None whatsoever. I do not want that responsibility. Look to your parents, your brothers, sisters, cousin, aunties, what have you. Don't look over here. I'm blind. When somebody wants to see me and don't see me and see me, yeah, I don't want to be nobody's role model. Linda, I have one of fake eyelashes I ain't having you. They're just not that long. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, so all it means is being yourself. Be yourself, that's all. The rest is already taken. Be yourself. Empower yourselves. Read more. Stop being sheep. You don't need to follow the crowd. Stand alone if it means that's what it means. And last thing before I go. Is it a Titibana friend, as my mother used to say? Can't believe I'm actually using that now. Because I remember growing up and everything, she was like, this Titibana friend you like. Everything is a friend. I can honestly say in all my life growing up, I probably saw my mother with one or two persons around her. And she always was like, you're this Titibana friend you like. That friend thing. We're grown-ups now. We're old now. We're adults now. We don't need to fit in anywhere. We don't need to have no bestie every Monday morning. It's cool to have somebody you can talk to. You have an issue, you can, throw it by them, get a little feedback. But for the most part, hang lime, have a good time. And stop fighting so hard to fit in. Or be part of cliques and what have you. It's okay to stand alone. It's okay to roll alone. I used to look at people who would go sit at restaurants and eat alone, and I used to be like, I must be kind of depressed and sitting eating alone, until I started doing it by myself. And it's like a really good feeling to know you can walk into a restaurant or somewhere, sit at a table by yourself and, just be entertained by yourself. Probably take your phone out, you scroll through, or you just there with your thoughts and you enjoy your meal and you leave. You don't necessarily have to have a friend like a handbag. Like listen, we're too old to be like this. And to be making confusion every day and cussing over friend, and this friend say this and this friend say that and this friend do this and those. People want to go, let people go. Learn to be okay with you. Learn to be okay being by yourself. And the most important thing that I've learned is that everything has an expiry date. Doesn't matter how long it might be for. Sometimes the ride comes to an end. Be grateful for it. Be grateful for whatever lessons you learned along the way, whatever was given to you along the way, but don't pressure anybody into staying in your life or making people feel, away. We all have different journeys. We all have different paths to traverse. And as a matter of fact, we should be too busy to even be sitting around thinking about this friend, this and this friend. And I say to people all the time, I'm the type of friend, if you expect me to be on the phone with you every day, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. Because for one, I kind of really don't like texting much. So if you call me, that's luck and chance, because I may not even answer because sometimes I just can't be bothered. But if you do get through, good for you. But the kind of friendships that these days is just too much pressure. We're all busy. We all have life. We're adults. We have families. We have bills. We have commitments. You don't need to call somebody every day. I don't need to talk to you every day. But just know that if you need me, I'm here. If you need to talk, I'm here. You have an issue, I'm here. But anybody, I'm kind of skeptical of people who want to talk every day. Always want, no, yo, I got things to do. Can't be sitting here with you talking all day. First thing in the morning, last thing in the night. Who say who this, who do that, who take who. I ain't trying to know anybody's business except my own. Like, honestly, I really don't want to know anybody's business except, like, dealing with my own. I got enough to deal with. So to sit there every day and just talk and, or I'll call you in answer, or see you on, you see me online and I answer and I message you because I don't want to talk to you today. I'm talking to somebody else. So my being online is really none of your business, but WhatsApp did the best thing ever. The person you're talking to now is only, that's who can see you. See me? See me. That's the best thing they ever did. Because some of y'all be like cameras monitoring people's movement on social media. Oh, you can't answer me, but you're making posts. Post it on my page, on my time, on my phone. What's the problem? I'll get back to you. I'll get to you when I get to you, you know? But when you get older, after a while, everything annoys you, you know? So, Samuel saying the only people business I want to mind is them people in the ladies' room who send their stories. And that is not, you're not going to know. Yeah, so we got to normalize being in control of your own time. You got to stop letting people, you know, think they control your time and want to dictate to you when you should do this or when you should do that or when you should respond. You could see me online all day, and if I'm not ready to respond to you yet, I'm not ready to respond to you yet. I don't care if you see me typing. So, like I said, let's mind our business, get it together. Let's start being more there's always one person that tries to get you out of character. But anyways, as I was saying, mind our business. Let's be more in control of our lives. Let's make the effort. There are numerous opportunities out there. Take advantage of them. Stop sitting and waiting for somebody to come save you. Get up. Do the best you can. Try. 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 That's all you can do. Queen Bee, I'm ignoring this person. Because I looked at this picture and you're too grown to be behaving that way. Grow up already. Okay? Anyways. Jacqueline, your life is Gucci. You ain't have no issues to send in no ladies' room. Since the year started, you've been telling me you have problems in your relationship that you want. Happiness cutting you. You don't know what to do with yourself. Trying too hard. You're working hard for a block away. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much, Western Union, for checking in today. And if everything remains equal and kosher and we're granted another day, we'll be back tomorrow. All right, but keep your head up, continue pushing, keep faith, keep hope alive. May not be today or tomorrow, but there's always light at the end of that whatever tunnel that you're looking at. Continue to press on. Alrighty? Have yourselves a great day. And we'll reconvene tomorrow, 11 a.m. in the forenoon. Alright? Happy Wednesday, y'all.